The program is the program. It's not just our year, it's not just the year below us or the years that graduated. It's all of us. So we're always going to be bonded to anyone who's ever worn this town on their shirt. We're always going to be bonded as one. It's us, it's we, it's together forever.
After 3 years in the program, 18 young men have reached the pinnacle of their journey playing football at Stoughton High, their senior year. It happens every year. A group of kids who have spent their high school careers growing and learning, all building up to this one season that they will remember forever. They're now the biggest, fastest, and most experienced, and it's time for them to lead because of it. But Black Knights know that when you are strapping on the pads, you do it for more than just yourself or your class, and this year that has even more meaning. Not only is this the seniors' finale, it's also their field's finale, closing out a legacy shared with 63 other teams before them. This is the story of the 2016 Black Knights as they embark on a quest to build upon the tradition of winning established by past teams and to secure their own place in Stoughton High football lore.
There have been incredible teams, incredible players to be playing on that field. We have a lot of kids who understand that and understand the legacy that we have to continue. And I think that we're going to push extra hard this year to keep that legacy intact.
Stoughton High football represents kids' dreams pretty much. We always just wanted to go there, just being near those lights, and you grow up and you just want to play under those. So you're always watching from the crowd, but once you finally get under those lights, it's a whole different thing, and that's what you want. You want to play for Coach Burke. You want to be called big guy all the time.
The amount of bonds I've created over these past 4 years with kids that have already graduated, kids that migrated in grades lower than me it's really special to me.
Whether it's just having a Madden tournament, just hanging out with your team or going out to dinner or whatever, that's where the team is really formed. It's tested on the football field, but that's where we really come together and build those bonds.
We know the guy to our left, the guy to our right has our back, and we all love each other as brothers, and we are really a family.
So you think of one word for Stoughton Black Knight football, you think hammer.
Freshman year, I walked in and everyone was saying hammer. I was so confused because we're the Black Knights, and I don't know why we wouldn't break it down to 1, 2, 3 Black Knights. But through your journey as a Stoughton football player, you realize what the hammer is. It's a tough, reliable thing that will always get the job done.
I mean, the hammer is really everything we pride ourselves on. I mean, if you look at a hammer, it's kind of like the quintessential tool. You can't break a hammer, it's solid, there's not a lot to it, it's simple, and I mean, that kind of represents our team. We're not a flashy team, we're going to grind it out. Pound the ball down your throat, we're going to play tough defense, and then that's just how we're going to get it done.
Coach Burke always says, you're the hammer, they're the nail. And I think it just shows how smash mouth football, that kind of football we play, always laying down the hammer.
We're a tough team, we never stop pushing. We're successful, but that comes with hard work. And I think that's what the town of Stoughton is really about.
You're excited for your senior season. This is the season that we've all been dreaming about for years. I mean, since we were freshmen, but it's now we know the clock's really ticking. This is we always say our last ride, our last journey, our last chance to, achieve what we've been dreaming of for years.
Each year it's a different thing. It's another year to get better, but now this is the last year. You have to put everything that you've worked for these 4 years together in these last 3 months.
This year just feels special. There's a lot more at stake, but I welcome the pressure, and I'm excited for this year.
Back in June 2016, Stoughton residents voted to fund a new $123 million high school, which will be built where the current Sarno Field sits today. Construction on the new school is expected to begin June 2017, giving the Black Knights one final season on a field they have called home since 1953. That makes this year special for the team and for Coach Burke, who specifically coined the phrase, "Us, we, together forever," when he became head coach 26 years ago, to make sure past Black Knights were never forgotten.
Us, we, together forever is kind of like our motto and like our staple of our brotherhood.
Most importantly, all the Potted Stoughton football players are no longer with us. We're cheering, the party's on. We're never quitting on us, we, together forever.
We're one of many, and I mean, it's just all a part of the Black Knight legacy, and for us to be able to kind of write the final chapter in this book and close the book, it really means a lot to us.
It means a whole lot that we're going to be the last team ever in Stoughton High history to play on this field, and hopefully we can go out undefeated on this field and just show everybody, just all the little kids watching, what it means to play for Stoughton and how much it means to all of us.
My grandfather played football. He went to Stoughton High School, graduated in 1956. So it's also that same field. You always see like the yearbooks.
My grandfather used to be principal here. My uncle played on that field, and my brother played on that field. It's just a lot of history.
We actually talk about it a lot and how we're going to be Thanksgiving Day is the last time a football team gets to play on the field. And granted, like, it's not the nicest field, but it's our field and we love it. We want to make sure we send the field that's treated us so well over the past however many years, and we want to make sure that we take care of it.
While last season's 6-5 record did not match the win totals from the previous 3 years, Stoughton still won the division title and made the postseason for a third straight time. But the Globe, Herald, and ESPN still all left Stoughton off their 2016 preseason rankings, instead giving the nod to division foe North Attleboro, and in one case, even Foxborough. Despite this, Stoughton players still see their team as one that has potential to earn a trip to the high school Super Bowl at Gillette Stadium.
I think that we're capable of so much more than people give us credit for, you know. We've all worked so hard for where we are right now.
We just like to say like, oh, let's end up down Route 1. And I mean, I'm getting chills thinking about it, to be honest, but I definitely think if we work hard all year, keep our mind right, and I think we're all focused on what we want to do, and we know where we want to get.
I mean, there's never been a team from Stoughton to even make a state championship, never mind win it, and I think that we definitely have the talent to do it. We definitely have the experience, but we're definitely fed up with the semifinals. I mean, we can't seem to escape out of it, so this year, you know, we're looking all the way. We want to play a game in December. We want to win a game in December. We want to win 13 games.
A senior, during the senior year, will give you everything he has, every single thing. And that's the way to, in my opinion, the way to win on the football field.
The first benchmark in the team's off-season came July 17th for the annual Under Armour Passing League tournament. Stoughton was one of 40 local teams participating in the 7-on-7 exhibition at Oliver Ames.
I'd say it's kind of the mark of the season beginning. It doesn't definitely start until the pads come on, but you know, this definitely gets our feet wet. I mean, there's no lineman there, so obviously we didn't know what it's like to be with a pass rush. But you know, we definitely get to see how we look, how we're gonna do against certain defenses, certain coverages, and I think it turns out pretty well for us, definitely getting us prepared for the season to start.
Stoughton breezed through pool play, winning each game.
It's definitely a really fun day. It's a long day, and obviously being like the competitors we are at Stoughton football, we definitely like to go there and compete and definitely like establish ourselves as a front runner.
We were all coming together, getting our timing down with the receivers, and that was really what we were looking forward to, because if you can run a good route and get into a space, that's the better part of what we did.
After a 28-6 win in the first round of the playoffs, Stoughton ran up against a familiar foe in the quarterfinals, division rival Foxborough.
Last year we ended just short of Foxborough, fourth place. Tough break for us, but this year we were grinding to get to that first place spot.
Stoughton found themselves trailing with time winding down in regulation, but a long touchdown connection tied the score and sent the game into overtime. Foxborough scored first in the overtime session and converted their point after attempt. Stoughton answered with a touchdown of their own, but the point after was no good, giving Foxborough the victory. While the Black Knights did not advance as far as last year's team, players were encouraged with what they saw on the field.
We definitely wanted to get that at least to the 4 spot and hopefully win it all. We know we're better than like we've necessarily played in that Foxborough game, and sometimes the ball's just not going to bounce your way. So like, I mean, overall, I'm proud of the whole day as a whole. It just sucks that it had to come to an end the way it did.
On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're lifting. Those are our lifting days. And then every day after lifts, Coach Woodruff will take us outside. Tuesdays, Thursdays are mostly our running days. So sometimes we'll do like bleachers, hills, and then a lot of times we'll just be doing straight sprints.
Off-season workouts have been our main thing for the past couple of years. You can see with a team who's working hard in the off-season, that's going to transfer onto the field. Working hard in the off-season was really important for us, so we started really early.
Get there! Set!
We've been doing well over the last couple of seasons because of the work we put in during the summer, conditioning, waking up early. We go through a lot of pain during the summer, but in the end, it helps our team have the records we do.
Conditioning's huge. You know, Coach Evans, Coach Horn coming in have been doing most of the conditioning, and we got guys just getting after it every day.
You know, people have been in the weight room, they've been running, they've been doing the right thing, it's been great. We get stronger in the weight room, we get stronger on the field, you know, we're stronger than the people in front of us that we're playing against. We're a very, very strong team, great conditioning, and you know, my lifts were not great at all freshman year. My bench, I could barely bench a plate. Now I'm putting on 2 and more. It's great, you know, I've come a long way. I think we all have come a long way since freshman year with our lifts.
So when we're maxing out in the weight room, it's a great atmosphere, everyone's hyped up. Most people do more than they even think that they can just because everyone's around them hyping them up. But when you do get your max up, it feels great inside, like you're like, finally, I finally did this. Especially when you try a couple times, it's just that much better.
You feel like finally a big weight is off your shoulder, like no pun intended. But for example, like myself, I was going for 225 on power clean, and it took me a couple reps to get it up, but I finally got it up, and I just felt like, I feel like if I didn't get it up, it would just ruin my day, but I got it up gratefully, and it definitely felt good. It's a lot of fun throwing these weights around, seeing people get new maxes, and it's definitely fun circling around them, hyping them up, and getting them to push for that extra. That could be the extra yard in a game.
Just going into it, you gotta just think about the team and the end, just knowing that if you dig down deep, going into that anger you feel like during a loss.
1, 2, 3, 31 to 6 a month. Get up, come on.
You don't want to lose during the season, so you dig down deep into that to be able to get stronger, get better for the team, and just push.
They didn't even put you on Boston Globe League also. They didn't put you on Boston Globe also. Come on, baby. They didn't even have you as a player to watch. Come on, baby, let's go. Not even as a player to watch. Koba, how you feel about getting left off top 25? Come on, let it out right now. Get up.
I mean, you just get the mentality. Football's probably 90% mental, 10% physical. You got to keep it in your mind. I have to do it. I have to push through. And I mean, like from experience, it comes in the fourth quarter. Overtime games, you're like, just think about like all the work you've put into it, and you want to make it mean something on the field. In the beginning of the summer, you start out doing one weight. If you can get up like 20 pounds, your max throughout the summer, that's huge, and it just makes you feel great.
There's nothing better than hitting a new max, whether it's deadlift, squat, power clean, bench. It's not fun, but you have to power through it, and afterwards you feel way better than you ever could if you were just sitting on the couch. So it's not that fun while you're doing it, but you see the payoff like instantly. It's good to see another guy hit a max higher than yours, because then you want to push yourself to hit what he hit.
Lifting's always been a passion to me. I always look to succeed and get better every day. And by making my numbers go up every time I max out, it just makes me happy.
Well, AI's a great role model in the weight room. He just has the intensity 100% no matter what we're doing, max out regular day. And I mean, he has the mentality that like, oh, look, I'm going to get this weight up no matter how many times, no matter what I have to do. And I just we feed off each other.
I'd say AI is the man to be. You know, he has one of the highest numbers for each of our lifts. So he's definitely the guy that you look at and you want to strive for what he's hitting.
Well, Well, my big goal is, I've always been working for this, is my squat to get over 500 pounds, and my bench to get over 300 before the season starts. Power clean I could work on, the deadlift I could work on, but those are my two goals. I feel like that's the most important lifts in the game, besides power clean. Power clean works with the hips, and with the hips, that's where you tackle.
When you see a guy like setting up under a squat with 4 plates on it, it's just like, it's crazy to think that he can do that when there's like younger guys who can barely get the second plate up, or if they even can get the second plate up.
Oh, the feeling isn't too good when you're lifting about 500 pounds, but after getting it up, it feels awesome. You feel tired, you feel like you're gonna pass out, but once you relax, sit down, catch your breath, you feel like $1 million. On all 4 of my maxes, I got benched at about 290, squat at about 490, power clean 240, and the deadlift, I couldn't get up 555 yesterday, but got like 550.
Hang on, you good? Come on, get up. Get up!
The summer months are for more than just lifting and conditioning. They are also about mentally preparing for the season ahead, a task quarterback David Salucci takes seriously. He took time after a lifting session to give a private lesson to sophomore quarterback Evan Gibb.
Evan was just having a little trouble understanding, because they did a different offense on the freshman team and they didn't really go through the defenses that much, so he just wanted to understand more of what kind of defenses am I looking at, where are the safeties, what can the safeties tell me, what can the corners tell me about what defense we're in, and if you're in that defense, how can I get around it, where is my read supposed to be. So we took all the defenses and then we went against all of our plays to show where that read would be, so where he's looking at, just to get him more of an understanding of what the offense is supposed to look like. We're all supposed to be leaders here, captains or not. It's just because this program is it's more than just us. You got to understand that there's people behind you, you're only as good as the person behind you. That's every coach will tell you that.
So if you have this stop and go, that's for him to take him back. Yeah. And you want this stick right there. Yep. Yes.
Salucci and the other skilled players on offense and defense continue their off-season work during weekly passing league games at Braintree.
Every Wednesday night we played a league at Braintree High. It's a 7-on-7 football game, so there's no linemen, there's no shoulder pads, there's no hitting. So it's an easier way just to ease into the concepts of the offense.
At the beginning of the season, we're practicing, we're really getting ready for the passing league. So those first few weeks are big for us, where we want to really establish ourselves and establish a nice dominance.
That trend of practicing just started dying as the summer went on, because the workouts got a lot harder and we were all just tired.
That Archie's game where we were starting to we really had a slow start. I think we were down 12-0 at the half. I know football isn't really big over at Archie's, so to be down 12-0 in a big football town like we have is definitely not something we're really looking for. So we were all very unhappy with that game, but luckily we pulled it out and we pulled everything together and got out of there with a lucky win.
Gentlemen, you haven't had a practice since before the Under Armour tournament. So it's like the Under Armour tournament came and then the season was over. Offensively, and it shows. It absolutely shows. But you guys haven't done anything to get better besides lift and run. No fundamentals. All right, so it's up to you guys. You got to stop putting the effort if you want to win. If not, we'll go through the motions. We'll live up to the glory of the last year. Before that.
It's never a good feeling when a coach comes down and you crash on and you tell him everything you did wrong. But it's our senior leaders step up, like AI, Sully, me, and others. Make sure that we're not going to make a mistake twice and just to work on it, push on it every chance we get.
Every coach on this coaching staff only wants us to get better. They'll knock us down just to have us build ourselves back up.
Good, yeah!
That's their mentality, and it's a tough program. They'll get in your face, but it's how you respond to it. You got to want to push yourself even further than what you did before. Carew must have said something right, because you can't play them if they're not practicing. So there was a lot more kids showing up to practice, so we actually did more in practice and benefited the next week.
Stoughton responded to Brian Carew's challenge and had an improved showing the following week, rolling past Randolph in the final contest before the passing league playoffs began.
the week before the playoff week, we actually beat Randolph, I think it was 57 to like 20, and putting up over 50 in a passing league is kind of unheard of.
I feel like we should win it again. I think we're the best team in this tournament, so that's my goal, win or bust.
The next week, Stoughton drew a rematch with Randolph in the semifinal round of the playoffs. The Black Knights struggled throughout the first half, falling behind 18-0.
Going into that game, I feel like some of us kind of thought like, oh, we have this game in the bag. We went into the game a little too cocky against Randolph.
The first half, we came out really flat. We were getting down within like 3 yards of getting a first down, and we just weren't finishing just the easy plays. The offense wasn't helping out the defense enough. The defense was on the field way too much. We got together and we just realized, you know, we're playing horribly right now. We need to step up.
Let's get up! Lay it down! Let's convert! Let's go, guys! It's almost every two.
One play just switched the momentum completely, and we scored for the first drive. We were on offense in the second half. Defense stepped up too. They got 2 stops.
We just can never give up, and I feel like that's the key to many games that we have. You know, if we get down, then we're obviously going to get down even further. We keep digging ourselves a hole, and we don't want to roll over in that hole. And we can definitely bounce back up and hopefully turn that game around, and I'm pretty confident to say that we did that.
The Black Knights completed their comeback effort, scoring 19 unanswered points, including the go-ahead touchdown with less than 15 seconds to play. The success Stoughton had in the second half against Randolph carried over to the championship game against Braintree.
Braintree, we were mad about how we played before, so we knew we couldn't come out flat. So offense went out there, and we scored on the first drive. They scored on the first drive too, and then the defense made a couple great stops throughout that game, and then we just started to run away with it at the end.
Salucci connected with Jack Connolly for a long touchdown strike late in the game, providing the exclamation point in a 39-18 win for Stoughton.
I think once that score was over, I think we were safe to say, like, you know, we're Braintree Passing League champions for the second time in a row, and you know, that's definitely a big accomplishment for us. You know, we always pride ourselves on that kind of thing, you know, being the top competitors in whatever league we're in.
Congratulations, good job, boys.
So it did mean a lot to show ourselves that, you know, we don't need the kids we had last year. We can still do things on our own. It made us feel a little more confident in ourselves.
That's an elite quarterback right there. You're not even in a goal line defense.
Drive continues. So you're passing. Y'all really thought it was pass. We're going outside, bro. Go, get him. Senior way talking better than that. Short hand. Short hand. What?
Incomplete.
Top rule. Get up, Jack. Run them jaws. Yup. Stay up. Yup. Yup. If it was really a beast. Play, bro. It's an line. Let's go. Go the timeout. Take off. Get there.
Set at the line.
Harry.
First
Yeah, you had fun, right? That's all that matters. Hey, this game was fun, man. That's all that matters. Come on, how do I make him fumble already? How do I make him fumble? How many times has that happened?
While the Madden tournament brought out everyone's competitive side, there was no doubt that one game stood above the rest. We pick up the action at the start of the second half. Andrew Iverson began with the ball and the lead, but that changed after the first play.
How do you drop that? No! Another fumble. The same guy? Yeah, I know. Come on. Oh, yeah. That's JV player. No, you're good.
Then, with sophomore Ryan O'Malley looking to go up 2 scores in the fourth quarter, Iverson comes up clutch on defense.
The fumble! Get it!
On 4th and 21 with 40 seconds left, this play would certainly be Iverson's last chance. In an unprecedented coaching decision, O'Malley decides to pass instead of run out the clock and gets intercepted by Iverson. With 27 seconds and no way to stop the clock, Iverson needs to go down the field and score a touchdown. The Black Knights had their day of fun after winning the passing league tournament, but they are aware that you don't win on Friday nights with only skilled players wearing shorts and t-shirts.
The core of our team is really a smash mouth, run it down your throat type of team. So I think that's when the line comes in, that's when Stoughton football really comes out to play.
That's good. That's better. Now we got it.